We just saw Across the Spider-Verse last night.
It's a beautiful movie.
It was awesome.
Yeah, it's so much fun. I realized I hadn't seen the first one, so I rewatched it this week, or watched it for the first time this week.
I wanted to, but I didn't get around to it. But it's the first one, just such a perfect beginning, middle, end. Like the whole thing, it just feels picture perfect.
That's incredibly smart. And like I think that honestly, like all that attention to detail and all that just like little subtle metaphors and analogies, Easter eggs. I think the same amount of care was put into this movie that we're talking about today. Secret of the Ooze. It's clearly the same amount.
Hey, if you edit this in,
100%.
If you edit this in, don't mention my spoilers. I don't want to have any spoilers right at the beginning of this podcast. Just ruin a totally different movie.
Oh yeah, no, I'm totally putting that in there, and I'm gonna say I'm gonna put a disclaimer at the beginning that says nothing spoiled about Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse this one. But if you have any complaints, please email Noah.
Oh God.
Hello, you beautiful nerds. I'm Jedi Master Grayson.
And this is your favorite cousin's favorite cousin, Bill.
And this is Does It? Flawless as always, the show where we revisit classic genre films to see if they're as good or as bad as we remember. And we may get drunk while we do it. But we can't do it alone. We are joined, as always, by a special guest to help us determine if this film stands the test of time. He is an actor, writer. He is an amazing artist behind the Drunk Banthas artwork. He's the third Bantha. He's the third Bantha. Yeah, he's I don't know in your social media, and he's the third Bantha in your hearts and minds. Noah Lance, welcome back to the show.
What's up, guys? Thanks, man. Happy to be back. Happy to be here. Thanks for the invite.
Of course, man. Happy to have you on. You've become like the official Ninja Turtle talker on Does It Hold Up. Had to bring you back.
Resident turtle expert. I know nothing about turtles. I heard they breathe through their buttholes. That's one thing I heard. Anyway, continue.
Oh man, we have to get into that. I'm very excited to get into that butthole talk. But it's the second Ninja Turtle movie, so we have to have twice the nerd on here.
Twice the nerd.
He is the host of the Unfiltered Bachelor podcast. You can catch him on, and the rest of the NineNerdYards crew at the NineNerdYards YouTube channel, where they talk about nerdy shit on the regular. If you like our stuff, you'll love theirs. Moneyweather. Blake, welcome back to the show.
It's money Blake weather, bro. But I just need to simplify it one of these days. I'm not gonna do it today though. What is going on? It's your friendly neighborhood Mexican vanilla cousin's cousin. We just out here chilling, man. Thank you for having me on, man.
Of course, dude.
Y'all can, of course, catch us on NineNerdYards as well, talking about all the nerdy shit.
yeah, man.
Right now they're covering what is it?
The Idol.
The Idol.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah, man.
It's on there.
Yeah, check them out. You guys can check out their links in the video description here to their channel. Guys, we've had some great combos in the past about some movies and TV shows, so I'm super excited to talk about this. Just
the part where you do the boom. Oh no, this is the wrong show.
What?
When you do
yeah, no.
Talk about.
But we're going to be talking about TMNT 2, The Secret of the Ooze. And I guess in this like Ninja 90s miniseries that we're doing here.
Right.
Before we get into the nitty gritty, and ask, this is about the time where we ask our guests, how did you feel the first time you watched this film?
That's right.
Blake, we'll start with you. Oh, sorry.
No, I was going to say, so Blake. We do this all the time.
We do this all the time. I remember watching this at a daycare that I used to go to as a kid, Live Oak Daycare Center. They shut down completely, and now it's all like fancy. I guess it's an apartment. I don't really know, but people live there now, and it's no longer where I went to daycare at. But I remember they had this on video, and they just put on random videos sometimes, and I would be always excited when this one came on, because to see a human with the turtles everybody wanted to be Kino. Everybody wanted to be Kino.
Kino was awesome.
Kino, I mean Ernie Reyes Jr. dope. But this was actually the first Ninja Turtles I watched before I watched the first one or the third one. So this was sort of my introduction after the cartoons to like a live action movie. I had as a kid, great memories. I had the toys. I remember I loved, of the three, I just had a fondness for this one. So those are sort of my thoughts before I go too deep down my own rabbit hole.
Well, before you go down a rabbit hole, let's go ahead and ask Noah. Noah, the question is, how did you feel the first time you saw Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, The Secret of the Ooze?
Oh man, the first time ever, I was a child, man. I don't even remember like the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles to me always felt like a weird fever dream that I had. Like I remember watching a bunch of movies about weird turtle peoples, and there's been karate and stuff, but I don't remember like the plot. I don't remember how I felt. I remember feeling good. That's what I remember. I liked the turtles. I loved them as a kid, I don't know, getting older and rewatching it, it's just like, so, it's obviously a radically different experience. So it's fun though, regardless. I don't remember how I felt the first time, except for like, guys in turtle suits are good.
How'd you feel this time watching?
I mean, if you just want me to summarize it, I had a good time with this one. I didn't have such a great time with the first one. I was having a much better time with this one, I think. Yeah.
Okay. Great.
All right.
Alex, how did you goofy ass feel the first time you saw it?
Well, it's funny that you say like what you said about it, Noah, what you said about like how you felt about it, because I just recently watched like Little Mermaid, and I kind of like have the same feeling about where it's just like, I have no memories about this movie before seeing this movie. It's just like kind of a fever dream, where it's just the emotions. It is a teaser for my review.
That feels like Gandalf, right? When he's in the Mines of Moria, he's like, I have no memory of this place. Like, and he has to sit there and think about like, when did I come here? Because I don't even know which way to go.
Yeah,
right. That's sort of what I'm hearing from y'all.
Well, it was like, it's familiar. It's familiar. You see it and you go, oh, I remember this scene. I remember this setup and stuff, but I don't remember what happens at all.
I'm glad that both of y'all talked about yours first before me, because Blake and I basically are the same way. You know what I'm saying? I remember this shit.
Yeah.
It was dope. I was like, hell yeah, kicking shit. I was kicking couches and falling down. You know what I'm saying? the bigger they are.
Sounds like your parents would regret.
The more bones they break.
Then you see this movie. Like, why did we let him watch this? He's kicking everything.
Yeah, I definitely remember it more in like an emotional standpoint, because like I remember the emotions of just like loving pizza and and just like being really happy and enjoying moments, but not really fully understanding jokes, like not understanding Ralph Nader references.
Hilarious.
I'm really glad you brought up pizza though, because the beginning of this movie, we could just jump straight in. It's all pizza. First,
it's very pizza heavy.
On that note, Bill, I've got something to say about this real quick. I was thinking about watching this now, have some different mixed review feelings, but I'd like to retitle the Ninja Turtles Secret of the Ooze. I'd just like to give 3 quick retitles that I think will be very fitting for what you're about to get into. So we could call this Ninja Turtles 2 Secret of the Plot, because I still a secret. I don't really know
Secret of the plot.
What's going on here. Ninja Turtles 2 Secret of the Weapons. I secretly I still want to see what these weapons are there for, because they don't get used. Or Ninja Turtles 2 Secret of the Pizza. Everybody's eating pizza. Are they under mind control? This is how they starting off. What are they trying to tell me with this? I'm about to go into Alex Jones mode. We got the Darkness Prince. Pizza is we all know that the government is controlling the pizza. You know.
Wow, that was really good. That was really good.
Alex Jones knows best. Don't get confused. Respect this man.
I'm a little confused.
Yeah, we got the documents right here. There's definitely a lot of pizza in this movie. I'm very curious, how there's stats
about there was no Donald Trump in this movie. New York City.
Oh, yeah.
It's heavy in the 90s. There could have been a Donald Trump.
That's why this movie wasn't good as the first one.
Okay.
I'm very curious if there's how after Top Gun there was stats of there's Navy enlistments went up 50% or whatever.
If
I wonder how much
sales
went up.
Oh, I thought you meant ninja enlistments. I'm like, no, everybody
ninja
became a
enlistments
after this
skyrocketed.
Skyrocket after this movie.
No, you know what? To y'all's point, so we're gonna get into that's how we tie things back into the show. You know what I'm saying? Back into the movie. See, the first movie was the -- or the highest independent selling movie of all time at the time. New Line Cinema hit the fucking jackpot with this movie. No longer making them a small studio, but one of the larger independent studios in the world. And so everyone in Hollywood wanted a ninja. A ninja,
Sure.
ninja, 3 ninjas, Double Dragon, which is just ninjas.
American Ninja. There's like 6 of those.
Yeah. Oh man, I forgot about the American Ninja franchise.
It was so fucking big. They should in, when people were tired of seeing it in the movies, put it on TV. Ninja Warrior, Ninja this, Ninja that. So I love it. Thank you, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. But apparently,
started a good wave.
Ninja in the 90s was not a word you could really use in the UK, apparently. So this movie was called Teenage Mutant
Hero Turtles.
Hero Turtles. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. That's a
what
real
about
thing.
in the movie? What about in the movie? Because they say the word ninja in the movie a ton.
Yeah, I guess it was called a hero rap at the end.
Well,
go hero, go hero, go.
I think they didn't have.
Still works.
I don't know. I don't
Still
know
works.
how they worked that
It
out.
does still
Actually,
work.
from what I read, that was just something that it was apparently a terrible movie over there.
Right. Yeah. It sounds like yeah. It was 35 minutes long.
The Vanilla Ice song just went rap, rap, rap. Go.
Oh man, I want to get some opinions of some. If you grew up in the UK in the 90s and you saw this movie, please put it in the comments.
Right there, please. We're ignorant. It's fine.
But yeah, this did have a 35% rating, critics rating on Rotten Tomatoes and a 67% audience rating. So most of the movies we talk about here is very divisive as far as critics and audiences. But yeah, let's get into just the story of it all for just a little bit. You touched on this, Blake. What is the secret of the ooze exactly? Because it seems
the secret is that it was made by a company. That's the biggest revelation. Okay. We don't know anything. We don't know compounds. We don't know science about this.
Right.
We know somebody's trying to get rid of it this was a confusing thing. The scientist who's getting rid of it, you're like, oh, he's a shady bad guy. And then by the end of it, he's like, listen, turtles, I'm going to help y'all out. And then that's it. Bro, what? So again,
he was shady.
Classic double agent.
Shady, bro.
Yeah, because he hands him the ooze, and he's like, I'm aware of the risks, and he tells the other scientists this is dangerous, and he's like, I'm aware, and you're like, oh, this is a bad guy.
Right? Yeah, right.
He's a bad guy, bro. What are you doing?
He just played everybody, man. He just played everybody. He's getting out of there.
You got a British accent, don't mean you get away with shit. You gotta do something.
Well, I think apparently his character was supposed to be the original fly guy from the comic books and the television show.
It was named Baxter Spencer or something. Whoever Tyler Perry played in the second one, which almost seems it seems like they basically did what this movie was trying to do, right? They'd had Bebop and Rocksteady in the second one, the Michael Bay one. They couldn't use those characters here, so they made 2 other characters. the scientist was supposed to be, Baxter whoever, but they couldn't use the rights, so they made a new. So like it's almost like the Michael Bay one took some of the elements of the original storyline and was like, I'm gonna copy this, and he still couldn't get it right, but like we can kind of see those things here.
Yeah, like I haven't seen the Michael Bay one, but I've heard mixed things. I've heard people who say that it does feel more like the cartoon as opposed to which like it has its defenders and haters as well. But I do think that out of the the two TMNT movie like live action movies or like the first two that we've been talking about, this one does feel more like the cartoon. So it makes sense that they wanted to like have their own version of Bebop and Rocksteady with Toad and Razor.
You hear that, Michael Bay? You Bantha boycotted over here. You're not watching no Michael Bay films.
Yeah, we're actually I mean I wasn't saying that, but that's true. We're not watching those movies.
Tell me you're biased without telling me you're biased. You know what I'm saying? Like,
hey, I mean, I love Bad Boys, but I can't.
Is a good movie, but I already seen it. He wasn't boycotted before.
That's like when a white person doesn't like black people. They're like, I voted for Obama, and you're like, oh, okay. You're like,
right.
Oh,
I'd vote for him for a third term if I could.
Time. Oh, okay. Like you're like, I like the Bad Boys. Oh, okay. That makes you a Bay fan. No, be on the hating side, Alec. We all know.
That's fair enough. That's fair enough.
What?
My best friend is Asian, and that's close enough. But yeah, like let's talk about the fight scenes in this movie. That's another thing you mentioned a little bit, Blake. Unlike the first film, it does defer, like from the.
I'm sorry, I just realized I didn't answer your question from previously.
Oh, what?
Keep going.
Oh,
I'm just saying. I just started talking shit about Michael Bay. It's a better conversation.
But yeah, what did you guys think of the fight scenes in this movie compared to the first one? Because they like obviously tried to tone down the violence a lot. Though, like Blake had mentioned, they don't use their weapons. Even when at times when it seems like it'd be very, very useful. But Blake, what did you think of the lack of?
Yeah, as a kid, I didn't notice it. Like, it's fun to see, like, okay, he's using a yo-yo as he's hitting people on the head with it, and he's using little sausages as nunchucks, and like, they're using all kind of, it reminded me as if like they took a whole bunch of ideas from like Looney Tunes, and they're like, oh, we can make fight scenes like Looney Tunes style, and it's fun as a kid because you don't notice they're not using weapons, but like as an adult, you're like, bro, shank a bitch. Just a little bit.
Kill all these guys.
Just a little bit. Yeah, you can easily do it, right? Like. But they don't, and it's super noticeable now as an adult. I remember watching a whole bunch of reviews, there was a whole bunch of parents outraged about the first one, and they were like, well, we're going to bring down the violence and which is crazy to think about that now. But like, this came out at the time with Batman Returns. This came, there was this movie as well. And like, parents didn't want violence in movies or with like actual weapons. So
we see Leonardo actually throwing his weapons away so he can kick people.
To just kick. Bro, what you doing? Come on, man. So it's more noticeable as an adult, but you know what? Like, if you watch this movie with the filter of like a kid mind and not like, I'm a movie critic and I'll critique it. It's like, bro, shut that off. You were a kid. And if you watch this with the movie, the filter of a kid, you will actually like be like, dang, like, this is just a fun movie. It's just a fun movie for kids.
Right. Just to give a quick overview of the critical consensus, it says here, quote from Rotten Tomatoes. However, not only is this movie's juvenile dialogue unbearable for adults, but the turtles' dopey and casual attitude towards physical violence makes them poor kids' role models, which I just thought was an interesting take on
the first movie. It's criticized for being too violent.
Right.
And a bad influence on children. But now that the turtles are less violent, they're a bad influence on children.
They still
can't have a role model who's pussy.
Well, they just can't. It seems like they can't fight at all. They just got to talk out all their issues every time.
Yeah, which is like, I think it's
about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a very weird, I guess, like commentary of the times, or maybe it's just a commentary on just everybody's, somebody's you can't please all the people all the time because it's a movie about crime fighting ninjas.
They're crime fighting, crime fighting.
Well, I gotta ask a question. Do you guys believe? I'm gonna go with Noah first. Do you guys believe that if Raphael, when he gets caught up in the junkyard scene, do you think that he would have been able to win that fight, get up out of there, had he been able to use his weapons?
The size are defensive. I'll say that they're not pointy weapons, so he wouldn't be able to like kill anybody with those things. And we saw him lose to a smaller group of guys in the first movie. I feel like he's stuck in there. That dude's dead.
Well, he did fight like 80 of them in the first.
Yeah, he fought a lot of them. It's always funny. They're always like on the sidelines, like, any second, I'm gonna attack. I'm gonna go for it. I'm gonna get. There's like they fight him one guy at a time.
There's consistently watch every fight scene. There's consistently one that's doing this the whole time.
Yeah,
like just like this. And I'm like, bro, what are you? What?
It's like he wants to attack. He wants to throw in a karate chop. He's looking for the right moment.
The right moment.
They can never find the right moment to do it. They're all really
hopscotch. Like a double dutch or some shit.
They're also anxious. Oh, it's my first fight. Oh my god.
In the second like junkyard fight, like I really loved how there's just a whole bunch of foot soldiers just running around in the background. Like they're aimlessly just like running.
But some people just have nowhere to go.
You can't be running towards another turtle. There are only 4 of them.
2 of them are right here just talking, having a casual conversation while everyone's running around them.
They're game planning. No, we all know this. Listen,
yeah.
But also too, they all have staffs and tonfas. None of them have sharp objects. Like, bro,
right?
Who are you kidding? Like, it's New York. They got guns. What are you doing, Poppy?
All the pointy objects went to Shredder's armor. They had to he took all of the knives and he's just sticking them on.
Give me all the metal, yeah.
All the metal. You guys get sticks, okay? I'm
like, if the foot can have weapons, how come they can't have weapons?
Yeah, that's actually a good point.
I'll say this,
because Donatello barely uses his staff. But what were you about to say, Blake?
The only turtle that was allowed to use his weapon was Donatello, his bow staff. So the reason that they're allowed to use similar weapons is they're essentially tonfas are essentially shorter versions of a staff, and they have staffs. So it's like, okay, they can all have that particular type of weapon.
Yeah,
and that's
right.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's even a moment where like Donatello like grabs a tie
sausages
from
tie? He ties them up.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's like he grabs a tie from like some guy in the audience.
Dude in
like,
the club. Yeah.
Like what are you doing?
Like,
you have
nice
a weapon
tie,
on your back.
Yeah.
But I do want to just bring up really quickly 2 doesn't hold up staples that happen quite often on the movies that we talk about. One of them is the trash can fire. It happens quite often in these movies. There's always a really nice trash can fire for no damn reason.
That's right.
By
the way,
hilarious.
Tweet at us a video of a clip of a movie with a trash can fire. We will send you a T-shirt.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. You add us on Twitter. It's got to be on Twitter.
Yeah, that's the stipulation, guys. If you want a free T-shirt, all you have to do is tell us about the movie that you love.
But you got to be subscribed.
But yeah, like another staple of this series is Asian All-Stars, man. Like Asian All-Stars of the 90s. Ernie Reyes Jr.
Come on down.
Out here fucking shit up. Was famously these.
He was great.
Oh yeah, he was incredible.
He was Donatello in the first one.
Yeah.
Oh, was he? Wow.
Yeah. They liked him so much they brought him for this movie.
And
that's awesome.
When he was on the first one, and he was in his late teens in this one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so he was like a real teenage Ninja Turtle.
I was watching it, and he walks in with the pizzas, and he starts kicking the guys' asses, and I was just like, I went, oh wow, and then my partner V goes, did you actually just say, oh wow, to watching this movie? And I was just like, oh, the dude's doing his own stunts. Like, this is actually him fighting. And he was amazing. He was fantastic. So I was really impressed.
Ernie Reyes is great. I mean, I being a kid, like, he's great in here, Surf Ninjas. And like one of the times, I was like, for the longest time, I was like, I wonder how he's living. I wonder how he's doing.
Oh,
I
I hope he's
remember
doing well, man.
randomly-
Hope he's doing
well,
well.
randomly, I remember watching many years later, The Rundown in theaters, right? Sean William Scott, The Rock. It's a fun movie. But Ernie Reyes plays a Brazilian fighter in that movie, like a Brazilian freedom fighter in that movie, and he beats the shit out of The Rock. Like, it's incredibly
Yeah, he is
fun.
incredible in it.
He's so good. Look at him go, man. He's
Okay.
so good in this fight scene too. It's just a lot of fun.
I want to see him. It's only shown The Rock in every.
Yeah, every time I try to skip to him, it just goes to The Rock.
Was he the dude in the wicker hat?
There he goes.
Look at-
Oh, there he is. Well, damn, swinging in like Tarzan.
Yeah, he's incredible. Definitely an all-star. One of those just incredible actors who should have gotten a lot more shine. Like, he's so charismatic. He's damn near like the lead of this movie. Like, we talked a little bit about it in the first TMNT movie, how April is kind of like the narrative lead of that movie. Ernie Reyes Jr. is kind of like the narrative lead of this movie. He almost gets more fight scenes than the Turtles do. He gets a lot of shine in this, and well deserved. Like, he's really
He
great.
was killer. He was
Best.
killer.
He's the best, man.
They did they did a great job with did they upgrade the suits in this one too? Because I just felt like the faces were more expressive, the bodies looked more fluid.
They made the animatronics in the first one. They were in the shells, and apparently in this one they were actually attached to the faces. So whenever the actors would do faces, the animatronics would do faces.
Oh,
And I
that's
was
incredible.
That's
dope.
awesome. It shows.
Yeah.
It looks way more expressive. I felt like I enjoyed it more because of that too, because I could read their expressions much better.
Donatello
Bonnie's-
especially too.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. I was about to say that his head looks like it's skinnier. It looks more realistic in a way, like less
Mhm.
clunky. The other
Yeah,
guys, like Raphael's cheeks are so
They gave him more
chubby.
individual.
Yeah.
characteristics.
They look more, you can identify them a little easier.
Yeah,
That's cool.
it was interesting. Like you could definitely tell there was a little bit more redesign in the Turtles. They looked a little bit more fluid, and that's just so cool. Like the advancements in technology. Like, you
This movie
think about
came
how that
right
kind of
after
shit.
The other one too.
It's crazy. It came out less than a year within each other. The first movie came out in March 1990. This movie came out in March 1991. So
Wow. Okay. Wow.
they
I was gonna
really
ask that
wanted
too.
that money.
So bringing it back to the ooze, like
Right.
Blake was talking about, what is the secret of the ooze? Apparently, the secret of the
That you can make
ooze-
more mutants with it, I guess. That you can just
It was
mutate
supposed to-
anybody.
The first script was supposed to be that they were infected with the ooze by a space alien, Kang, right? Or Kong,
Is-
Krang?
Yeah, Krang.
Oh, he's like he's
the
like
big
the
bad.
brain.
dude.
Yeah,
he's
Yeah,
a
that's what I was
brain
gonna
guy.
say. He's like the brain guy. Yeah.
Yeah, in the comics, the ooze is fuel for an alien race that is stranded on Earth, that has been living on Earth for decades, and that was Kang's race. So, like, what turned them into mutants was like some sort of weird, crazy reaction to alien jet fuel, basically.
Yeah,
Which I think is would have been an interesting place to go. Very ambitious for 1990, whatever. When they would have tried to make this movie.
1991.
So,
Well, 1990, I guess.
yeah. So the secret got a lot less cool in
They just didn't want
the
to
movie that was created.
They didn't want to spend the money. Yeah. They did not want to spend the money.
Yeah, they was like, we need to get this done
Strange.
fast. They were like, do you want it done fast? Or you want it done right? It was like, we want it done fast.
And cheap. How much y'all pay for the last one? Do it for less. Do better with less.
Before
Oh,
these
yeah.
kids are all grounded for kicking their parents, right? Like, we need to get their money.
Hurry.
We have to do this now.
But what do you? I'm very curious because like we said, there's a couple of upgrades in this movie from the first one. What did you guys think of the new Turtles lair? Because it is honestly, I thought it was super cool when I was a kid. I was
Very
like,
cool.
I want to live here.
Right.
It's already got power and a working telephone. Like,
right.
all right, power, working telephone. Just the cobwebs are good. Like, that place is great.
Did nobody else quite? He was walking around with the pay. So that mean he pulled it off, maybe? Or did they just think we weren't going to notice that he pulled that payphone off and it might not be plugged in. Like,
Oh,
right. Yeah. Oh,
No, you're not supposed to notice that.
Yeah,
Blake.
I thought I noticed a cord hanging behind him. It looked like
Okay,
he was walking around with it. Yeah, I saw a cord, I thought, but
that's heavy. You ever like tried to like, you're like, bro, payphones look kind of heavy.
yeah.
Yeah.
yeah. But he is a mutant.
He
But
is a
you know what?
mutant.
It's funny.
Absolutely.
That just shows how like my like cell phone brain worked. I was like, oh yeah, he's walking around with a phone. That's totally normal.
Yeah. One of my favorite lines from this was, whoa, it's like a video game in 3D. And I was just like, whoa, that's dated.
Right?
It's like,
Dated.
all video games are 3D. Yeah. Nowadays,
Yeah,
yeah,
it's
it's
like
awesome.
now in the days of Oculus and shit. Yeah, like that's not.
That
Not
was
very-
fun. That was fun for me.
But yeah, like we talked about Token Razor a little bit earlier. What did you guys think of our live action
supposed to be
license friendly Bebop and
License friendly.
Rocksteady?
Yeah, I was gonna say Bebop and Rocksteady. I don't know if it was licensed.
I was expecting
Oh, yeah, it was
Bebop and
licensed this
Rocksteady, but and then as soon as I saw the turtle, I was like, I had a major nostalgic flashback to those guys too, and their babies. Yeah, I thought it was funny. It got a little in my head. I was like, this is getting a little Power Ranger-y, but then I reminded myself, I was like, oh, but they're also Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Like, I don't know. It's all pretty Power Ranger-y. Shredder's helmet, at first, it showed him a silhouette, and I was like, oh, they made his helmet smaller. And then it cut to the next scene. It's like, nope, still gigantic. Still the biggest helmet in the world. But yeah, I prefer the turtle guy out of these two. I think it's hilarious. It shows him at the end. First of all, he's like, and these are the two most vicious animals you could find, right? And he's like, yes, sir. And then it cuts to them at the end, and it's like a snapping turtle and then like a puppy, like an adorable little puppy. He's like the first Pomeranian he ran across. He's like, oh, this thing's vicious.
Well, he said it was a wolf, and I'm like, bro, where you finding wolves in New York, bro?
Yeah.
Is
This guy's never seen a wolf before. This guy's never seen a wolf before.
They stole a wolf at the zoo or something. Like,
Right, like a black market trade? Like, where are you finding these?
We drove
Snapping
this one
turtle
up from-
too?
Yeah, right.
Up from Florida.
Right. Where
Everybody's got that
y'all-
one. Everybody's got that one weird cousin who has a hookup. It's like, hey
Yeah.
man, if you want to snap a turtle, I can get you a
I
snap.
can call Tiger King right now. I can call him up right now and get you a snapping turtle.
I don't know, man. I think I remember watching this as a kid, and I'd seen the cartoon already, so I think I was obviously expecting Bebop and Rocksteady.
Yeah.
And when you see these two, you're like, we got bootleg Bebop and Rocksteady, and like you gotta kind of like, this movie just feels like it's bootleg the cartoon, like it's the cartoon light, right? Like you
Right.
kind of feel like, oh, all right, well, we don't get like the foot soldiers and they have cool weapons. They all got sticks, and we get bootleg Bebop Rocksteady, we get bootleg Shredder, like it's bootleg everything.
Yeah.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2, Secrets of the Bootleg, like that's what we're doing.
Bootleg. Secrets of the bootleg.
Well, since you mentioned like it's comic book light or first movie light for that matter,
Mm-hmm.
we don't have any sightings or sayings about our dude
Casey Jones.
Casey Jones.
Casey
Oh yeah.
Jones.
I didn't even think about that. I didn't recognize that.
But that's because parents were upset about how he was not
Violence.
a good influence on.
I will say this: as a kid, I always got Casey Jones mixed up with Jason. Wasn't it Jason who wears a hockey mask?
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
they
yeah.
both wear the
Oh
masks.
really?
As a
That
kid,
was-
I was always like, which one's the one I'm allowed to be? I forget. The one with the hockey sticks or the one with the hatchet? I don't know.
Who's in the Turtles? Who's in the Turtles? Which one of these? Is
Yeah,
it?
who's in the Turtles? I always got them mixed up. It was just the hockey mask. Always threw me off.
Yeah, I
man.
blame it all on Wayne Gretzky for making hockey very popular in the 80s and making like so many popular hockey
well,
characters.
it wasn't just
in
that it was
pop culture.
hockey sticks. Apparently, it was that his thing is grabbing anything and using it as a weapon.
He used bats. He had a golf club in there
Yeah.
for some reason. Like, bro, what you doing?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like a hockey
his
mask
racket.
is just like the most aesthetically like cool mask in sports, or like
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's better
yeah.
than a
If you had like
lighter
an
than a
umpire's
football
mask, it wouldn't be as cool.
helmet. You can't have
Yeah,
a football
yeah.
helmet on either. Like,
Yeah, football helmet. Yeah, that's nice, cool.
it's not
No,
it's heavy,
too big, too
Yeah.
bulky.
not practical.
basketball sweatband. You know, not very.
Not
It also
LeBron James
obscures
can
your
rock it.
identity, so more for superhero-y kind of vibes. Yeah.
superhero vibe.
But yeah, like Casey Jones was missed. I really like that actor. It seems like he was kind of just replaced by Keno, who was like just like a teenage.
More teenage, yeah. More the kid friendly.
Yeah.
But I'm not mad at the replacement.
Casey
Keno's
Jones
great.
bootleg. Yeah, Casey Jones bootleg. Let's just keep
But
going
who's
down the
better than
bootleg
Casey,
list.
though? I don't know. Put it in the comments. Who's better? Casey Jones?
Who would fight? Yeah, if they fought each other,
think-
who would win?
Ooh.
I think the fights in this one I actually enjoyed better. Just going back to that fight question real quick. I noticed
Really?
there were way less I just noticed there were way less cuts. Like there were more wide shots where you're seeing the action happen more often,
Right.
more like kind of Jackie Chan style in that way. The first one I was like, it would just cut to them flipping through the air, cut to them flipping through the air, cut to him punching, cut to that ninja falling through the air. It was always cut. And this one I was like, oh, I'm kind of like seeing it full picture now, which I felt like I enjoyed a little more.
Yeah, no, I do think that since they had to be more creative, like I always think that limitations brought creativity. So like I think that's them having to switch up with the fighting styles and make it more handheld. Actually, made them get more creative with the fight scenes. Because I do remember reenacting a lot of these fight scenes with my toys and shit, like as a kid. And more so than just like the first movie.
Pause this. Go back 2 seconds real quick.
Oh yeah, sorry.
Go back. See that? Okay, pause. You see that one that's dead center? Keep your eye on him. All he does is switch stances. There's stuff like this throughout the movie. Not to cut you off, I'm very sorry.
No.
It's noticeable. Like he's just switching stances. Watch. He goes and he switches stances. Switches stances. And
Switch
switches
again.
stances.
Switch
He
again.
does it with like intensity though. Like
Yeah, he's waiting for his
Switching
moment,
like he's
man.
dancing.
Rule
No,
number
no,
one
he's
of
from-
ninja is to always take turns. All right, everybody, you gotta wait your turn.
I've learned that from Dragon Ball Z. Everybody knows that. You can't,
Yeah.
We can't
You
fight.
stand
against
back
him.
and you wait until he loses, and then you can go.
And then you go.
Right.
Okay.
yeah, that is like one like weird part of the plot where it's just like you have hundreds and hundreds of people in your army. I feel like you guys could probably overwhelm the turtles instead of like creating an army of mutants.
Yeah,
I have
like
one theory on that, and that's that they scared.
they're
them big ass mutant ninja turtles.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
also weren't they
yeah.
hiring? Weren't they specifically trying to get not hiring? I don't think they're paying them, but they're trying to get teenagers for their Foot Clan. Wasn't it a lot of like kids and stuff?
Yeah,
too?
they're hiring.
yeah,
teenagers,
and I think
They're scared.
that was more interesting in like in the first. Yeah, like in
Yeah.
the first movie because it seemed like an insidious thing. It's like, oh man, they're trying to get kids to do their dirty work. But now like in this movie, it just seems like the Foot are very secondary and just kind of like cannon fodder for like the turtles to beat up until
Mhm.
like we get to the
Sort of. Always cannon fodder.
sort of. Like, it seemed like there was
was-
more of a threat in the first one. You know the way that
the vibe
I mean-
of them felt more intimidating than this one
Well, that's
for
because
sure.
Mhm.
the music. That's what I wanted to get to about this show. I mean, about this movie. Sorry, we be talking about shows all the time. This movie just did not have the score that the previous movie. Now we did have the. We still had that.
yeah. That
Oh,
was,
yeah.
Every time you see a turtle sneaking. You know what I'm
That's
saying?
the turtle.
Like,
The turtle creeping music right there,
Yeah.
bro.
right,
Yeah.
yeah. But other than that, the fucking score sucked.
Yeah,
Except for we got one of the best rap songs of all time. Am I right?
You know,
so funny.
yeah,
I
like,
listened to that and I went, "Is that Vanilla Ice?"
No, that's Vanilla. I remember Vanilla Ice about this movie. I'm like, ooh, Ninja Turtles 2, Secrets of Vanilla Ice. Like, let's buy this one.
The height of his career too. I feel like, oh my god,
Man, let me tell you something.
hilarious.
That dude was not popular in the black community during the time.
I'm
of this
sure,
movie.
man.
Like, he was getting a little love at first in the 80s, but then like by 90, maybe by like 89, 90, he was out. they caught the wave
man.
too late. They caught the wave too late. They
I
should've
don't see
done
how he was
wrong.
popular
They
in
should've
any
had-
community, honestly. Yeah.
They should have had MZ Hammer.
Yeah.
That would have
Hammer
been
probably
hilarious.
Hammer
Oh,
probably
man.
asked for too much money.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah, for sure.
I will say there was one cause I definitely want to get into the ninja rap. I do want to stand up for one song that wasn't in the original movie.
Don't stand up and mess the camera angles up.
Wait, what? Oh. It was-
Just sit down.
yeah, it'll mess with the framing. I will sit down and defend this song from the opening song. We talked about it a little bit. The opening
Oh my God.
pizza montage.
Everybody eating pizza.
Can y'all hear it?
No,
No.
You guys hear this song? Oh, you guys can't hear it? Oh,
I can't
damn!
hear nothing.
I thought I did some stuff.
You didn't do it right.
it. But no, like yeah, the
Y'all need to hear it. Go watch the movie.
yeah, go watch
watch the
the intro. But yeah, like the intro song for the pizza montage at the beginning, I really
ridiculous.
liked it.
I also got confused. I was like, wait, does this mean Kino's Italian? Because, like, I've seen some darker Italians. Like, they don't all got to be light. Like, real Sicilian motherfuckers is dark. So, like, we never get Kino's last name. And I'm like, are they meaning he's Italian? Is he an Italian that knows martial arts? Is he just an Asian guy? I don't really know. Like, what?
Kino.
I don't know what's going on
Mozzarella.
ethnically in the movie, you know?
Everybody's eating pizza.
Mozzarella.
Yeah.
There's actually no other. There's actually no other food in New York. Did you know?
No.
There's no other food.
Yeah, it's just
But I
pizza.
do remember the music if I could do it
Pizza.
right now while it's playing.
Yeah. Oh, I didn't notice that. He arrested somebody eating pizza. Like, he's safe to do that.
Yeah.
But also, everybody's eating cheese pizza, bro. There got to be. Is there not eggplant parm around? Is there not pepperoni?
Right.
What are people doing around
There's a
here?
lot of uncreative pizza eaters out there. I'll just have the
They
cheese.
probably had to. I mean, to be fair, they probably had to like reshoot and re-eat a lot of pizza. You know, they're like, guys, don't eat too much of the pizza, okay? We gotta reshoot this.
Hey, you're telling me not to eat pizza? It's New York over here.
Okay, no more pepperoni.
Forget about it.
I'm trying to offend as many New
Everybody's
Yorkers
eating
and
cheese.
Italians as possible during this podcast.
Kino, get your butt out of here. Get this fucking pizza delivered. What are you doing? You're wasting my time.
Pepperoni. But yeah, let's talk about the ninja rap. Now that's we've
It's out there. The secret's out there.
the
About the
secret's
ninja
out.
I don't even know if y'all should sing the song because you know what? We might get copyrighted. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I will definitely tell my opinion later, but
well, first
yeah,
of
I'll
all,
let
everybody here has, in private or in public, said, "Go Ninja, go Ninja, go Ninja, go." Everybody who's watching right now and
That
everybody
one
in the
dance
film
move too.
has said it.
Thrust, the pelvic thrust.
There's
You got to do
so many pelvic thrusts.
the pelvic thrust.
This is the official music video, by the way.
I love that this song is more popular than the song that was originally based off of, which is "Go White Boy, Go White Boy, Go." This is actually the more popular version that was
That's
used in
so
the movie,
funny.
which is ridiculous.
This was the remix. Y'all didn't hear the original.
Right.
Go white boy, go
Nobody
white boy,
heard the
go.
original.
Go white boy, go white boy, go.
Also,
Yeah.
can we talk about how many times he had to sing this? Because it at least goes off twice. He starts it off
Yeah,
twice in that fight scene. I'm like,
yeah.
bro, that's only song.
Well, let's
that's the only
talk
song
about
you know.
how it starts. Let's talk about how it starts.
Yeah.
Because they start somehow the DJ or somebody starts playing music during the fight.
Right.
And it's just
they
like-
they
it's
blow
like-
through a door. Yeah, they blow through a door. They're in a club. Everybody at first is like, is this part of the show? This is great. And that one guy's
Right.
like, I fucking love this club.
They start playing it,
and then,
and then this
people
is not a
start
song
screaming.
that this is not a song that Vanilla Ice has written.
Right,
This
right.
is a song that he's like, "Hey, y'all."
Well,
Come
yeah,
to
yeah,
the dancers.
yeah.
He's like,
That,
hey,
that's
yeah.
his friend. He's like, hey, wait a minute. This
I'm feeling
fight's got a
this
great beat to it. yeah. Hey,
Yeah.
no.
get the boys going. Get the boys going. Let's go out to this.
He's not just doing that. He's not just he's impromptuing to his own song. I
Exactly.
don't know
Yeah.
if that makes it any more better, but it's like he's like, oh, I know how to replace some words real quick. Watch. Just replace White Boy with Ninja, and these turtles will love it, and the people
Yeah.
will love it too. They love turtles.
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
I wish
like,
we had that clip because he was like,
Yeah, feeling funky. Like he never.
with that. Hey, we got to.
I feel inspired to write a Ninja Turtle
These
rap.
turtles are fucking killing it right now.
And it's funny because there's even like a weird scene later that kind of feels like Back to the Future with like where Marty kind of invents
playing rock and roll.
Yeah, it's like this is when like really lame rap was invented. It's like, Frederick Durst, man, I know you know that new sound that you was looking for. Well, listen to this.
This is your cousin Lenny.
But yeah, this is when Ninja Rap was born. It's funny because like there's like these weird dance moves and
why did you say
but
that?
It was still
You said you weren't gonna say that.
Did I say that?
This is when Ninja Rap was born.
Not a second too soon. Not a second sooner.
And I wonder, this is also when Ninja Rap died.
Yeah, I mean,
Ninja Rap song.
Yeah, actually,
you're a genre called Ninja Rap.
It was a.
I'm gonna bring it back. I'm gonna bring it back. I think I could do this. Let's be honest. I think I could pull this off.
Bring back Ninja Rap. We need another good ninja movie for something like that.
Oh my god!
Yeah, you know what? I bet I haven't watched it in a while, but I bet since the first two do, I bet the TMNT 3 has a Ninja Rap song in the closing titles.
Oh,
there's been one in all of them.
It's not. It's that song that goes, oh.
Yeah. Oh, shit. Is it?
That's how that third one ends. Because that was the only one I had on video for a while, so I watched the shit out of that one.
That's a racist movie. You know what? That's a racist movie.
Well, which one?
I cannot wait to get into that one. TMNT 3.
Oh, no, really?
Like Turtles in Time?
We'll be doing that next. So.
Oh, yeah.
Guys, we'll just have you guys come back.
Very soon. We'll get back to that.
3. Sorry, I've been watching Dragon Ball Z. I might do that voice a lot tonight.
That's all right.
Whatever time it is.
Before we get into that, what we're here for, the vote.
The question.
I just want to ask you guys, like, just real quick, like, just about the arc of this movie with the turtles. Is it just like they need to come out of their shell, as it were, pun intended, and like reveal themselves to the public? Is this about them, like, like Donatello hinted, like, I thought that our story would be something more special, like, we were, brought from an alien jet fuel or some shit like that.
Sorry. Every time you do one of these terrible puns, it messes me up. That's why you're not supposed to do them. I can't even listen to anything you say. Y'all should answer first. That way I'll figure out what we're talking about.
Yeah, no, I'll let you go first. What did you think? Like, what do you think the arc of the turtles were, if there was one?
If there was one. Man, I will say that I didn't pay attention to the plot that much when I was watching. So when Blake said, like, hey, what the secret of the plot, I was like, oh yeah, there isn't really a plot to this movie. I didn't think about it. I wasn't paying attention. The plot is, I guess the plot I kind of had in my head was like, the Shredder's back. And
man, we didn't even get to that.
Next question.
We have to find where he is and find the foot base.
But why?
Because he's bad. Because he's bad. Shredder bad.
Shredder bad. Shredder real bad.
Shredder real bad. Yeah,
Shredder
bad.
Stop him. He's pointy. Also funny to me, I just think it's funny. Mutant Shredder. We get Super Shredder at the end. It makes
that's
armor,
right. We
like,
did get
even
Super
bigger,
Shredder.
and like, it's not. They could have made him become all pointy, right? Like his skin get pointier, and he become a monster. But instead, he gets bigger, and his suit of armor gets bigger and pointier.
Double the armor.
Double the armor.
I'm gonna talk about Shredder for 2 seconds, and I'm gonna pass it to you, Blake.
Okay. But I don't know what the plot is. I'm not really sure what the arc is.
There's no plot.
No, you didn't miss much.
There wasn't no plot. There was no plot to.
You're right. You're totally right. Totally right.
But Shredder, we didn't talk about it, so I do have to say something. Shredder literally didn't need to be in this movie. Wasn't supposed to be in this movie.
Oh, yeah,
no.
Shredder. There's a weird time thing about like how long has this been since the first movie? Because like,
seems like it was a day before, because it's like
right.
Because as we know,
like at most a week.
There's just gonna be more dumped, and he can't survive on no food, no water for months and months and
Okay.
months or years.
Yeah, apparently he can, and apparently nobody takes showers in this movie. Like, bro, they had the doctor there, and I was like, bro, they ain't giving him no fresh clothes. Like, they did.
Nope.
What is there changing
that's
rooms for all the foot
that actually
soldiers?
ties into the last movie because the little boy who was in the first movie, who was like April O'Neil's boss,
yeah,
her
boss's
son,
yeah.
he had the same shirt on like for 2 days in the movie.
What y'all doing
Yeah,
out there?
yeah.
No, it was like 3-4 days. Like he had the same shirt on the whole movie. So
It's New York.
It goes in line with.
You gotta wash
about
your
it, yeah.
clothes. Forget about it.
But Blake, what did you think about the arc of this plot?
I thought that there was one, honestly, when I was a kid. Like, I was like, oh, bro, it's Shredder, and like, there's secrets of the Ooze, and we have to figure out these secrets. There's no secret. The short story, there's no secrets. Shredder is back, and it's like, yeah, he is a bad guy, but what if he's just trying to mind his business and steal VCRs still? Like, let him steal some VCRs. Like, do you really need the VCR? You don't need the VCR, bro. And how many VCRs does he need? And like, what? like, there's just a lot of unanswered stuff going on to where I'm like, we don't really have a full plot, but like, we have this migration story. I think the biggest part of the plot is like this migration story of like 4 turtles and a rat living with a human person. They're cohabitating. I don't know. Are the turtles do they take showers there? Who's using a bathroom all the time? Like, what are they doing? How does this work? Because I know that everybody has had somebody stay with them, like a friend or something. And like, after a few days, you're like, I love you. Even if it's family, you're like, but when you going home? Like,
Yeah.
Right.
And these guys don't have a home. So I think there's a little bit more grace. Like, April O'Neil is she the sweetest person ever? Like, she's just the sweetest person ever.
Yeah, she's definitely the sweetest
I
person
told
ever.
Alex off pod or off show, whatever this is. We don't even know what this is. We were talking about it, and I was like, I like this April better.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I don't know why, but I just
She's
think
so
she's a
nice.
better actress. She's nice.
Yeah.
I did, sorry, right?
I was just gonna say, like, I think that's the biggest plot is them needing to find a new home, and they
Yeah.
could have focused
You know
on
what?
that a little bit harder.
Yeah. That could have been a real
agree.
emotional case for this.
Yeah,
But then they just find it and they're like,
for me.
okay, great. This is it now. Let's move on. Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly, because that was the biggest takeaway for me as a kid. This movie is about them finding a home. And that was probably the coolest thing about the movie to us as a kid. Like, that was our favorite part of the movie. Anything that was in the subway, the old subway.
Yeah, like, and it was definitely a really cool part of the movie. And a lot of the interesting parts or potentially interesting parts of the plot kind of got wrapped up in like the first 30 or 40 minutes of the movie. Is like them finding a new home, that's kind of wrapped up pretty soon. Them finding the secret of the Ooze, well, that's kind of wrapped up pretty quickly with the dandelions scene. And then it's just like then later it's just kind of like, well, let's just watch the Ninja Turtles kick people, which like makes me like kind of like interested to like with the potential. We have the new Ninja Turtles movie coming out soon. I haven't watched any trailers or anything, but I'm excited about the idea of tackling some of these crazy ideas. Cause like with Across the Spider-Verse and Into the Spider-Verse, they're able to do these wild, the ideas. Like I could see an animated movie where they tackle these crazy alien ideas that they decided they were going to dump in these movies because they're just way too expensive.
Right.
Yeah.
Well,
factuals.
I'm going to jump right into it. Because we
right.
haven't answered one question.
The question.
Yeah, that's right.
The question. The only question that really matters. Like the only question we're here for. We've answered a lot of questions. People are like, get to the point. Somebody left a comment one time on this show and said, or one of these shows, it said, get to the point.
Yeah.
I don't think that they understand. I don't think you get the show, sir. I don't think you understand. I don't think you understand television.
They're the same people that watch Jeopardy and they're like, okay, but who wins? And you're like, bro, you got to do a whole show. Like, wait.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
that's what we're here
Come on,
for.
dude. Get to the point. Yeah. This movie doesn't hold up. Like, yeah, don't watch the rest of this fucking 30-minute hour fucking video.
Right.
Dummy. But anyway, the
question is, does it
hold?
Yeah, it's about
I
that
didn't
time
say
at
it
the
with
end
you.
of-
You can add that in an ADR later. I want it to match.
We'll do it in post. We'll do it in post.
We'll fix it in post. Shout out to Edwin. Yeah, it's about that time. At the end of each episode, we vote on not whether this is a good film, but if it is as enjoyable as the first time we saw it. So, Blake, we'll ask you the question first. Does it hold?
I'm gonna be honest. I'm somewhere in the middle, like about this. Like,
He's on the fence.
It doesn't not hold up, but it can't completely hold up. But I want to say one of my favorite things about this though was there were just a lot of like one-liners and throwaway lines that were like, oh, this is fun. They're funny. That's funny. One of the scenes was, I forget if it's Michelangelo or Raphael when they're going down into like, by April, we're leaving. One of them, I forget who it is. They have the fedora on, and they start to pull the Humphrey Bogart quote from like Casablanca.
Yeah,
like,
that was a good scene.
Listen, Elsa, you're getting on that plane. And he just starts going off. He's like, problems don't amount to a hill of beans in this here world. And I just started laughing because I didn't catch it as a kid. Casablanca is actually my favorite movie. So as soon as I saw that, I was like, oh my God, he's doing it. And then they just pull, they yank, they give him the cartoon yank. He's like, they put a little sound effect, but I'm like, oh, this is for adults too. Like kids don't know Casablanca. Like they clearly, like some of this is written for like the adult who's taking the kid to the movie. And like, there's some fun parts like that. Yeah.
Our mom made us
this
watch
is the scene.
Casablanca.
Yeah.
So I knew what this was.
It's such a great scene. I guess it
is a really nice bit. It is Mikey. And I thought it was a nice callback to the first movie because I think he does a Humphrey Bogart impression in the first movie too. Yeah,
he watches the most movies. I think it's kind of a running joke with him. Yeah, and he memorizes the lines and all that stuff. Yeah,
it's funny. Quick little anecdote. The first time I one of my favorite movies ever growing up was this movie called Out Cold.
Yes,
I loved it. No, he's
Zach Galifianakis is in there. Jason London, one of the two.
Watched it for years and years and years. Loved it. And then one day I watched Casablanca, and I was like, "Oh shit, this is the same movie." Like I was stunned. So yeah, guys, watch Casablanca and Out Cold back to back.
A double feature.
That's fun. But, that's cool.
I think on the scale, I don't think this holds up. Like but by shy, like if. It's like 49%, like is almost, it holds up, but 51%, it doesn't hold up. But it's like right there on the fence.
Yeah,
but I had to give an answer. I didn't want to be like, it's on the fence. Back to you, like I'm going to give it.
We don't know.
Look, man, it's like the Hall of Fame. It's like the Hall of Fame. If you have to think about it, then it's a no.
Yeah.
Doesn't hold up
for me. Yeah.
And that's it's painful because I do. This would be a guilty pleasure movie, like to just watch, like have on the background, have some friends over, whatever. Like, so I don't think it's not. Here's the thing: it might not hold up, but it doesn't mean it's not watchable. It's still.
Did you feel like the first one held up?
Yeah, that one holds up. That one holds up just fine.
Yeah. Well, Noah,
that's funny.
Sad. So we're gonna ask you next.
Yeah.
All
right.
The question is.
Sorry, I put all my air in my lungs, like ready to.
Thought you was about to.
Does it hold up?
The question is.
Does it
hold? Oh, let's get to the point. Yeah, man, this is hard. It's funny. I said the first one didn't hold up.
Right.
For me personally, and I think a lot of that. Now when I'm seeing the two side by side, it's like the first one does have way stronger plot than the second one does. I felt like a lot of the scenes bothered me more in the first one though. Like I felt like visually, this one felt like an improvement. Shots wise, it felt like an improvement. I felt like the flow felt really nice. But yeah, as far as plot and like story structure goes, I don't think it holds up. It's so odd because I watched it and I was like, I felt like the jokes hit harder for me. I felt like the scenes felt more fun to watch. Their suits were better and more improved. And so that was nice. But yeah, like it's what Blake said. It's a great background movie to like throw on because you can always hop in at any moment. It'll be a funny little goofy scene. Right. But none of it's ever gonna like hit hard emotionally or make you think or anything like that. So it's hard, man. It's really hard to judge this one, and I gotta pick one.
You
So
can show it to your kids and stuff too, though.
yeah. Oh, for sure. Yeah, for sure. Yeah. I mean, if you're going for fluff, like just fluff, fun movie, I think it does hold up. If it's like you're trying to break it down, like, is this a good film? I don't think it holds up. So I don't want to be 50-50 though. So I'll say yes. I'll say yes, it holds up.
Yes,
because
it
I
holds
said no
up.
for the
Okay.
first one. Because I said no for the first one. And I'll say yes for the second one.
Okay.
It's hard. It's really hard.
It is hard. Honestly,
Yeah.
I had trouble too.
No,
but
well, you're going first
oh, am I going first?
because the question is for Alex.
The question is for me.
It's a little different than the last time.
We're going to say it again.
The question
I'm gonna end up getting hiccups with all this. Does it?
Does it
Hold?
hold?
Yeah, I will say, yeah, like I feel kind of similar with like how this is a movie that's like kind of a throw on background movie, or if like a movie that you want to distract your kids with. Shout outs to my parents. Thanks for watching this movie with me so many times.
Yeah.
Like I have so many memories of just watching this movie and just like having the VHS like up against my face and just like looking at the images. Like I loved it as a kid. But now it was very weird. I got very weird with it. We were supposed to talk about, speaking of which, we were supposed to talk about turtle buttholes and we never did.
Man. We'll
That
get
was
to
just a
that.
teaser.
We'll get to that.
Yeah.
I was just drawing
TMNT 3.
them in with the turtle buttholes. They'll stay for the review. They'll draw them in with the buttholes.
Get
That's
to
for
the
the
point,
podcast.
Noah.
6-7.
Tell me about this turtle butthole.
Get to the point.
I heard it helps them breathe underwater. They can breathe out their butt or something like that. It helps them hold their breath. I don't know. Fun
What did you
fact.
think of that scene from Mallrats where he's like, well, did he come or what?
Mallrats coming to you soon. Does it hold up?
I love that.
But
Tell me.
yeah, this one, I definitely, I feel like it doesn't hold up. I voted that the first one does hold up. Because I feel like the story was really well done. The cinematography, though the fight scenes in this movie, I do think that they were more open and kind of more creative.
Yeah.
I feel like in the first movie, like just all the cinematography outside of the fight scenes were still really, really compelling. Made it seem really gritty, especially that first opening scene.
Yeah. The tone's very different.
Yeah, this just felt like an okay kids movie. And yeah, like I thought it was fine enough as a kids movie, but ultimately I don't feel like it holds up. Like I don't see myself throwing this one on before I watched the first one. Personally, but I will say that there is one scene that did make me laugh out loud, and I thought that it was like, I was like, okay, that was genuinely hilarious. The scene where Mikey is doing the
the
backflips.
flip when he flips and he's just like,
and then
he's
they
just
cut
clapping?
to him and he's just clapping. I thought that was a really great bit. It was like, 1, 23. I thought that was like a genuinely hilarious moment.
yeah, that was great.
But Bill, I guess it's time for you to answer the titular question. Does it hold?
Oh, great. That was great participation.
That was great,
I
man.
thought that was actually probably the best one in a long time. But I must answer this question. And let me just say these few things. I'll make this quick. This had better martial arts. Ernie Reyes Jr. is in it. Boom. Like
Boom,
being
boom, boom.
himself, playing himself. And he had, 3 fighting scenes. So I love it.
Yeah.
The comedy is up to par with the previous movie. You know what I'm saying? So that's cool. I loved the interactions with April in the house. You know what I'm saying? Like that was great. I'm open. Ninja pizza vanished. Pizza
right.
vanished without training.
There are so many times, just say like there are so many times in our lifetime where someone offers us a napkin and we're just like, what for? So like that's definitely in our brains. But I'll let you continue.
Yeah, man. So still say some of the things that are in this movie.
Yeah.
So it's unfortunate. But I have to say, It holds up.
Oh, wow.
It holds up. We're going to have the first ever draw.
It's the first ever
And I
draw.
don't know
man.
why it's a draw. It's because it's basically a draw on the internet. We
That means
like
we
it,
have to
man.
fight, right? This
You
means
know-
we have to fight now, right?
I'm gonna tell you why.
Yes.
I'm telling you. Yeah, hold on. We're gonna arm wrestle later. Well, we
Okay.
gotta do black flips.
Yeah, whoever can do
Whoever
the
can
most
do the
backflips.
Guys are gonna clap the whole time.
Oh,
Yeah, well, you know what? That means since we have a tie, we're gonna leave it up to the audience. We're gonna put a poll up on the community tab on YouTube and let you guys decide which, does the movie hold up or not? I'm really excited to see what you guys determine once it
Put it in
all
the
shakes
comments.
out. But before we get out of here, Blake, tell the people where they can find you on the interwebs.
Yeah, man. You could find me, Money Blakeweather, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat. You could follow my podcast, Unfiltered Bachelor, on the same places or on your favorite podcast app. iHeartRadio, Spotify, anywhere podcasts are. That's where that show is. You can catch us. You can also catch me and my crew every week as we break down the idol on 9NerdYards, all over YouTube. So feel free to check that out. And we'll be breaking down, a few more shows. I mean, Secret Invasion's coming out. We want to do a few more movies. So just go ahead and follow us there. Always love being here. So thank y'all for having me.
Absolutely. Yeah, guys, check out the NineNerdYards YouTube channel and check out Unfiltered Bachelor.
Awesome. I should be on there soon.
They have some really great content there, and we've been on there a few times. If you want to check out some of the episodes where we talked about Dave, Noah, let the people of YouTube know where they can find you on the interwebs.
Yeah, guys, you can find me at I Don't Noah on Instagram and on TikTok. I think there's a 0 in my name on TikTok because somebody took my name. You can find me at I Don't Noah on Instagram, or you can find me on Twitch at Mr. Whimsy. It's my new thing with a Z. Yeah, man.
You gotta know his name. If you're the guy out there, I'm gonna find you, bro.
Oh my God, I'm so mad about it. I've got the website though. I don't know.com or I know a dude.com. They all take you to the same place.
Yeah, man. We'll leave all the links in the video description if you guys are just don't want to think about how to type all that into Google. You don't want to do any Google investigations.
If you're not 48 to 65 years old, you're not right.
Figured out
what we're saying right now.
But yeah, if you enjoyed this episode and you want to see more content with these beautiful guests,
send us money.
We've had episodes where we talked about shit with Blake and the NineNerdYards crew. We've had shit where we talked with Noah about. You can find all that shit in the video description.
It's good shit.
But thank you.
Good shit.
Yeah. Shit.
Hold on, don't say that one more time. We only get so many.
Thank you guys for watching the show. New episodes drop every other Monday. On our next show, we'll be talking about The Shadow with LaRon Reedus, so don't miss that. Check us out on social media platforms at the Drunk Banthas. Please like and subscribe. It's not required, but if you don't, you won't be invited to the cookout. But
the cookouts are awesome too.
No ninja rap for you.
Subscribers, man. We're not yet at 1,000 subscribers. It's a shame.
Yeah. We're trying to be mucking like the 9NerdYards. So get us to 1,000 subscribers.
Right.
But guys, stay safe, my little ninjas, and may the force be with you.